Hello and welcome to Commodity Champions. I'm Manisha Gupta. Well, Dubai is known as the city of gold, and last week India's top manufacturers and exporters flocked to the region to display their finest gems and jewellery. The International Gem and Jewellery Show was organised by India's Gem and Jewellery Export Promotion Council. In FY24, India's jewellery exports to the UAE hit $8 billion, and now the council is hoping that the exports this year will rise by 20%. I caught up with the bigwigs from the industry on the sidelines of the event. Titan Company's Aditya Singh is hoping to double the number of Tanishq stores in Middle East by the end of next year. Meanwhile, Chirag Vora of Bafle Jewellery said that 90% of the company's business is in gold, as it is something that people never stop buying.
Tanishq, actually we started our operations in Middle East, and actually Middle East was our first base location outside of India in 2020. But as you know, 2020 was the COVID period, and we opened our first showroom in the middle of pandemic when a lot of shops were shutting down here. We opened, but from there we expanded. Today we have around 13 stores in Middle East, of which 2 in Qatar, 1 in Oman, and rest all 10 are in UAE.
You're planning another one. You were just telling us that you're opening the biggest store in Gold Souk. So what are the plans there? What is it looking like?
Oh, it's phenomenal. I think so. While we have been expanding into some select pockets of UAE, and of course we had to come to Gold Souk. That's the place where world comes to shop jewelry, and we have been waiting for the right location because we wanted to really make a statement with our showroom here. This is going to be not just Tanishq's largest showroom in the Middle East. It is also going to be the Gold Souk's single largest showroom. It's around 5,000 square feet and a single plate. And our focus, generally Gold Souk, you look around, it's a lot more transactional because a lot of tourists come into this place. But within that community, we are trying to create a place which is an experiential place. So customers here would want to come again and again and again.
So, I do understand that in India, when Tanishq looks at the overall genre, by the way, whether it's about middle class, then starting with luxury, and then bespoke jewelry as well. So how are you looking at various categories when it comes to international?
So actually, very well made point. Because in India, we also have a plethora of brands within Titan. So we have Zoya on one hand, we have Tanishq, which is the mothership for us. We have Mia, we have Carrot Lane as well. Here in UAE, so far we have launched 2 of our brands, which is Tanishq and Mia. Mia just we started a year back here, and already started to expand. So we are trying to cater to different audience, while Tanishq continues to cater to the larger Indian diaspora. Within Tanishq, we have launched lines which are catering to the Middle East audience, which are dedicated to the customers from Middle East. So for example, this Falcon was from our first UAE collection that we launched on the year of 50 for UAE. And subsequently every year around the national days when we do this, we have specifically launched for not just Emirati community but more communities from India, and we have launched collections specific to Middle East. For HNI, actually one of our upcoming stores, we are also bringing potentially a Zoya gallery within the store. Mia, as I said, is already present. Carrot Lane is looking to expand into this market. So yeah, it's an interesting journey. We are trying to cater to all possible variety of audience. Rarely you find a market with such a great combination of people from all across the world. And despite that, it is still a very young market. A lot of youngsters out there.
Aditya, what is the kind of growth that you have seen as in Tanishq here, and with the kind of plans that you're telling us, what is the kind of growth that you're anticipating?
As I said, so India, for example, you all are aware of the success story of Tanishq. We are looking forward to that. A lot of our growth would be coming in from international and Middle East. If I look at some of my key competition, for example, the number of stores that they have, that gives me a direction that there is so much headroom for growth, not just within UAE but other countries of GCC as well. So we continue to look at, beyond UAE, Saudi is a big market and a very different market, very different from UAE. It is opening up big time.
So you said you are 13 stores now here.
Correct.
And what are you looking at, let's say, by the end of 2025 in sense of numbers?
Wow, that's a difficult one to predict.
There must have been some calculation done.
Yeah, of course. So we are broadly, I would say, we are, let's say, looking to double this number up.
Okay.
But it's a factor of how the markets are evolving. Because on one hand, there is, let's say, a geopolitical tension in the market, in the region. So we have to wait and watch for that. How is it impacting this market? We have to also watch out for, there is, as you mentioned, there's a lot of competitive intensity heating up. Retail locations per se are not growing. So the availability of retail space is still limited. We have to see where it works out on the numbers, and that's how. But ambition-wise, yes, we would love to have
double it from here.
Yeah.
All right. Also, Aditya, how is the festival season looking to you? The gold prices are higher, but people are looking to buy. There's more and more stores opening up.
No. So I think festival season looking absolutely bright. I think there is a lot of, despite all what is happening across the world, I think still there is a lot of positivity, lot of optimism, celebration of life, and all that comes through during this period. We are already seeing, if just Dubai amount of tourist walk-ins were to give a signal, they're already starting seeing huge numbers.
Okay.
And we are working very closely with the Dubai Tourism Department to keep a track of that, because that's a direct sign of the things to happen here.
So gold, I would say people like, and it is a generation-owned business, and I don't think people will ever get their hands off gold. Maybe the quantities with the rising gold price will shift, but in general, people will always have gold to be gifted during weddings, and the tradition continues both in the Indian culture as well as the Middle Eastern culture. So we target those two markets, the Indian culture and Middle East. So I don't see, yes, there are ups and downs in the gold business, but the business will always go on.
I was coming to those ups and downs. With all-time high gold prices, how has the business been with you?
Like I said, yes, right now the business has gone down because of the gold has reached its highest level. But people tend to buy gold when the gold prices are stable. Right now, it is the volatility that slowed down the business. If these prices also sustain for a month, I think people still get the confidence and the gold purchases start at the same time.
Chirag, how has 2024 been for you with the gold prices so volatile? And what are you now calculating as in sense of 2025?
Business definitely has been slow, although our book valuation has gone much better because gold prices have gone up by 30%. Going ahead 2025 as well, we feel that the gold price will be on the rise, so the per gram rates are going to go up. And the disadvantage is that while gold prices are going up, the margins are still remaining the same. So the return on investment is one of the most challenging factor, but we don't foresee business to slow down.
It is said that in Dubai, within this area, you perhaps have the largest showing area here, the desk here. How has work been, and what kind of countries come to you here in this office?
So yes, indeed, we have the largest counter for sales. We do not know to any customer. So we might have a customer who buys 500 grams up to 50 kilos. So the reason why we have such a big counter is we service all types of customers from all parts of the world. Currently, we might be, I would probably say that we work all around the world. We might have a customer or two in any part of the world, be it parts of Europe, US, Canada, so parts of Africa. So that has been our USP to service every customer, and how we are able to sustain this is continuously creating new designs. We believe in innovation and keeping up to the trend, so we non-stop create new designs, and that's how we survive.
Final thing, Chirag, what is the vision going forward from here? The way the market is expanding, as you said, listed, not listed companies, all of them are opening their offices in Dubai and with bigger numbers here. So what is the competitive edge that you see for yourself from here, and what is your plan, let's say, for the next 5 years?
I would say 5 years from down, the industry will definitely consolidate. So, like I mentioned, we would want to look at vertical integration, although not physical involvement, but a lot of vertical integration in terms of maybe looking at something into manufacturing, looking at something into the retail arena, where we tie up with the right people for the growth of the business and sustainability of the business. That's what we are looking at.
Chirag, one final thing, and because this is the quarter that everybody watches out for, this is the Diwali and Christmas and New Year holidays, goes in up to Valentine's as well. So the next couple of quarters, if I can say that, are the most important. With the gold prices where they are, with the buying that we are seeing, which is quite a bit, by the way, how are you looking at the next couple of quarters now?
So for us, like you said, from September till March is the most busy season. So volumes might drop by 10 to 15% because of the all-time high gold prices. But like I said, the business will always be there. There is still faith and belief in gold across the world. So we have our offices in 5 to 6 countries, and we get a positive response from them that going ahead, the season will be there for sure.
All right, so higher gold prices, but the business is not slowing down, and India and Middle East are very strong markets is what our jewelers are telling us. But with that, we'll head into a short break. Don't go anywhere. We'll bring you more conversations from Dubai when we return.